Welcome to U.S. Entrepreneur TV. Today we'll be ranking the 10 tallest mountains in the United States. When it comes to U.S. mountain ranges, look no further than Alaska. In fact, all 10 of the tallest peaks are located in the same state, with California's Sierra Nevada coming in at number 11. Here's everything you need to know about America's 10 tallest summits. Number 10 is Mount Hunter. Mount Hunter boasts a 14,700-foot plateau that wasn't successfully climbed until 1954. The north summit is considered the main path, but there's also a south summit known as Mount Stevens, which went unclimbed and unnamed until 2010. Number 9 is Mount Bear. Located just miles away from the Canadian border, Mount Bear is the first of many peaks that make up the Wrangell-St. Elias Range. The mountain contributes to both the Clutland Glacier and Bernard Glacier. Standing at 14,800 feet, its summit is a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site. If you're an aspiring climber, you may want to start with this one because it will be the first mountain to disappear once the glaciers start melting. Number 8 is Mount Hubbard. Mount Hubbard is located right on the Yukon border, but its highest peak is on the Alaskan side. Coming in at just below 15,000 feet, the summit is situated above the Hubbard Glacier, the largest glacier in North America. Both of these locations were named after Gardner Greene Hubbard, the original founder of the National Geographic Society. Number 7 is Fairweather Mountain. Fairweather Mountain was named by a British navigator who discovered the peak in 1778, reporting particularly pleasant weather during his visit. Thanks to the elevation of Glacier Bay, the mountain can be visible for up to 200 miles away. But while many can see the top, only a few have ever reached it by foot. There have been a total of just 45 successful climbs, with 43 of them recorded after 1960. Number 6 is Mount Sanford. Standing at over 16,000 feet, Mount Sanford is the first volcanic plateau on the list. It's one of America's largest quaternary volcanoes, and though it hasn't erupted in thousands of years, the foot of the crater is still covered in volcanic ash. It's recommended that climbers only approach from the north, as the south side of Mount Sanford is a dramatic amphitheater-shaped cliff that has never been scaled successfully. Number 5 is Mount Blackburn, another entry from the St. Elias National Park. Mount Blackburn stands at 16,390 feet, making it the tallest summit of the Wrangell mountain range. It was first ascended in 1912 by alpinist power couple George Handy and Dora Keene. However, 70 years passed before another climber was able to set foot on the peak. And there's a very good reason for that. It may not be the tallest or the steepest mountainside, but Mount Blackburn sees some of the worst weather in Alaska. Even in the warm season, climbers report having to bear through numerous brutal snowstorms before reaching the top. Number 4 is Mount Bona. Mount Bona is a small stratovolcano that sits on top of the sedimentary range of St. Elias. Aside from being the fourth largest mountain in the country, the 16,500-foot Mount Bona also boasts the fifth tallest independent peak in North America. The plateau is completely covered in ice and large enough to contribute to 3 separate glaciers. Mount Bona was named by the first person to ever ascend the St. Elias mountain range, Prince Luigi Amedeo of Italy. Number 3 is Mount Foraker. Named after the prominent Ohio senator, Mount Foraker measures 17,400 feet tall. Its summit was reached in 1934 by a trio of alpinists who were the first to undertake the perilous 47-day journey. Before 1996, guides were forbidden from leading tourists on this particular path. And even with today's modern equipment, the ascent remains one of the deadliest in the world. Number 2 is Mount St. Elias. Mount St. Elias is the tallest peak of the St. Elias mountain range and the second highest summit in both the U.S. and Canada. The ancient people named it Yasieta Shah, which translates roughly to the mountain behind the ice bay. With its icy peaks reaching 18,000 feet, Mount St. Elias boasts the steepest ascent on the list. Number 1 is Denali. The Denali mountain has been shrouded in legend for thousands of years. With a peak elevation of 20,300 feet, Denali clearly stands out as the top of the Alaska mountain range. And to the native Koyukon and Athabaskan people, it might as well have been the literal top of the world. In fact, the name Denali translates to the tallest one. The Cayucans and Athabascans both used images of Denali as crest and performed rituals at its base. And that's all for the 10 tallest mountains in the U.S. Have you traveled to any of those peaks? What did you think of the list? Now don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget, click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our future videos right here at the Factual America Podcast.
Thanks for watching. We hope you found this video helpful as you prepare for your move to the United States. If you found value in the information and advice provided, please consider supporting the podcast on Patreon. Your donations will allow us to continue creating new episodes and videos to help even more people with their relocation to America. Just visit patreon.com/movingtotheus to sign up. Until next time, best of luck with your move.